Everyone sees the trophies. 165 gold medals, 38 triple crowns, the youngest #1 in pickleball history. Everyone sees Anna Leigh Waters, but they don't see the woman standing beside her, the woman who gave up everything, the woman who sacrificed her own dreams so her daughter could live hers. This is the untold story of Leigh Waters, former NCAA tennis player, coach, doubles partner, manager, mother, the architect behind the dynasty. And by the end, you'll understand that Anna Leigh Waters didn't just become a champion, she became one because someone loved her enough to show her how. Let's go back, before the gold medals, before the championships, before Anna Leigh Waters was a name anyone knew, Leigh Waters was a tennis player, a good one, NCAA Division I. She competed at a high level. She understood what it took to be elite, the hours, the discipline, the mental toughness. And when her playing career ended, she thought that chapter of her life was over. She'd move on, maybe coach recreationally, maybe just enjoy being active. But then Hurricane Irma hit, and her 10-year-old daughter discovered pickleball at her grandfather's house in Pennsylvania, and everything changed. When they returned to Florida, Anna Leigh was obsessed. She wanted to play every day. She wanted to get better. She wanted to compete. And Leigh saw something in her daughter's eyes, a fire, a hunger, the same fire she'd had as a young athlete. And she made a decision that would alter both of their lives forever. She would become Anna Leigh's coach, not because she knew pickleball, she didn't, not because there was a clear path forward, there wasn't, but because she believed in her daughter. And she knew that if Anna Leigh was going to be great, someone had to guide her, someone had to sacrifice for her. And Leigh decided that someone would be her. Now, here's what most people don't understand. Being a parent coach is complicated. It's not like being a regular coach. With a regular coach, you can separate the relationship. When practice ends, the coach goes home. You go home. There's distance. But when your coach is your mom, there is no distance. Training decisions affect family dynamics. Tough coaching moments happen at the dinner table. Losses on the court become tensions at home. And Leigh had to navigate all of that. She had to figure out how to push her daughter without breaking their relationship, how to demand excellence without damaging her spirit, how to be tough when necessary and gentle when needed. And she did it, day after day, year after year. But it wasn't just coaching. Leigh became Anna Leigh's doubles partner. Think about that. Coach and player, mother and daughter, on the same side of the court, in professional tournaments, with thousands of dollars on the line, with rankings at stake, with pressure crushing down from every angle. And they had to trust each other completely. They had to communicate without words. They had to know each other's tendencies so well that they could anticipate moves before they happened. And they did. They became one of the most dominant women's doubles teams in pickleball history. They won tournament after tournament. They climbed the rankings together. They stood on podiums together, mother and daughter, partners in every sense of the word. But here's where it gets complicated, because as much as they won together, they also lost together. And losing as a team is different than losing alone. When you lose alone, you carry that weight by yourself. You process it, you move on. But when you lose with your mom or your daughter, you see the disappointment in each other's eyes. You feel like you let each other down, and that's harder. Leigh remembers matches where they came so close. Championship finals, match points, and they lost. And in those moments, she had to do two things simultaneously. She had to process her own disappointment as a competitor, and she had to support her own daughter as a mother. She couldn't fall apart. She couldn't show weakness because Anna Leigh needed her to be strong. So she was, every time. And there were moments of conflict, real conflict, because when your coach is your mom, disagreements feel personal. Leigh would push Anna Leigh in training, demand one more drill, one more representative. And Anna Leigh, exhausted, would push back. I'm tired, I've done enough. And Leigh would have to make a choice. Be the mom and let her rest, or be the coach and demand more. And most of the time, she chose coach. One more set. Champions don't quit when they're tired. And Anna Leigh, frustrated, would do it. But there was tension. There were moments of resentment. Moments where Anna Leigh thought, "Why can't you just be my mom?" And Leigh felt that. She felt the distance it created. But she also knew that if she went easy, if she let Anna Leigh coast, she'd never reach her potential. So she stayed firm. She demanded excellence, even when it hurt, even when it strained their relationship, because she loved her daughter enough to be unpopular when necessary. But the sacrifice went deeper than training. Leigh gave up her own life, her own identity. She had dreams too, things she wanted to do, places she wanted to travel, hobbies she wanted to pursue. But instead, her life became Anna Leigh's schedule. Tournament travel every weekend, early morning practices every weekday, video analysis every evening. Her calendar wasn't her own. Her time wasn't her own. And she didn't complain. She didn't resent it. She chose it. Because that's what love looks like sometimes. Giving up what you want so someone else can have what they need. And then came the hardest decision of all. As Anna Leigh got better, it became clear that to reach the absolute top, she needed to partner with the best. And the best in mixed doubles was Ben Johns, the male GOAT of pickleball. Partnering with Ben would open doors. It would elevate Anna Leigh's game. It would give her opportunities to win at the highest level. But it also meant Leigh would no longer be her daughter's partner. After years of competing together, after all the wins and losses and memories, she would have to step aside. And that's exactly what she did. Can you imagine that conversation? Sitting down with your daughter and saying, "You need to partner with someone else, someone better than me." The humility that requires, the selflessness. Most people couldn't do it. Most people's ego would get in the way. But Leigh wasn't most people. She didn't care about her own stats, her own ranking, her own legacy. She cared about Anna Leigh's. So she stepped aside. She watched from the sidelines as Anna Leigh and Ben Johns dominated mixed doubles, won tournament after tournament, broke records, and she cheered. She celebrated. She was proud because that was the goal all along. Not to keep Anna Leigh to herself, but to launch her into greatness, even if it meant letting go. But here's what makes this story beautiful. Stepping aside as a partner didn't mean stepping aside as a coach. Leigh was still there, every morning at 5 a.m., every drill, every video session, every tournament, still coaching, still guiding, still believing. And Anna Leigh never forgot that. In interviews, when asked about her success, she always mentions her mom. "None of this happens without my mom. She's the reason I'm here. She sacrificed everything for me." And you can hear the gratitude, the love, the respect. And there were moments, beautiful moments, where it all made sense. Where all the sacrifice and struggle and tension paid off in ways that transcend trophies. Like the time they won a major women's doubles title together. Standing on the podium, mother and daughter, gold medals around their necks, and they looked at each other. And without saying a word, they both started crying. Because in that moment, it wasn't about pickleball. It was about the journey, about the 5 a.m. practices, about the arguments and the apologies, about the belief they had in each other, about the bond that can only exist between a mother and daughter who fought for something together. Or the time Anna Leigh dedicated a championship win to her mom. In her victory speech, she said, "This is for my mom, who gave up her dreams so I could chase mine, who believed in me when nobody else did, who never quit on me, even when I wanted to quit on myself. Mom, this is yours." And Leigh, standing in the crowd, broke down, not because of the trophy, but because her daughter understood the sacrifice, understood the love. And that understanding meant more than any medal ever could. Today, Anna Leigh Waters is 18 years old, 165 PPA gold medals, more than any player in history, youngest #1 ever, still dominant, still winning. And Leigh is still there, still coaching, still supporting, still believing. But their relationship has evolved. It's not just coach and player anymore. It's not just mother and daughter. It's partnership. It's friendship. It's mutual respect between two warriors who've been through battle together. Anna Leigh makes her own decisions now. She has input. She has agency. But she still listens to her mom. still values her opinion, still trusts her judgment, because she knows Leigh has only ever wanted what's best for her. And here's the legacy that goes beyond pickleball. Leigh Waters didn't just build a champion, she built a relationship. She showed her daughter what unconditional love looks like, what sacrifice looks like, what believing in someone looks like. And Anna Leigh is becoming that kind of person too. She works with kids, she mentors young players, she gives back. Because she learned from her mom that success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about what you give, how you lift others, how you use your platform to make a difference. That's the real dynasty. Not the medals, not the records, but the values, the character, the legacy of love and sacrifice passed from mother to daughter. And when you watch them now, at tournaments, in interviews, in training videos, you see it. The connection, the trust, the love. It's in the way they look at each other, the way they communicate with a glance, the way they celebrate together and console each other. It's in every moment. And it's beautiful, because this is what sports should be about. Not just winning, not just individual glory, but connection, partnership, family, using competition as a vehicle for something deeper, something that lasts long after the trophies collect dust. So, what can we learn from Leigh and Anna Leigh Waters? First, sometimes the greatest act of love is stepping back, letting someone else shine, supporting from the shadows, not needing credit or recognition, just wanting the best for the person you love. Second, sacrifice doesn't have to breed resentment. If you choose it willingly, if you do it out of love, it becomes investment, it becomes purpose, it becomes joy. Third, the toughest love is sometimes the truest love. Being willing to push, to demand, to hold high standards. Not because you're harsh, but because you believe in someone's potential. And finally, legacy isn't about what you accomplish. It's about what you build in others. Leigh Waters might not have 165 gold medals, but she built someone who does. And that might be the greatest accomplishment of all. When Anna Leigh Waters retires someday, years from now hopefully, the record books will remember her achievements. The youngest pro, the most golds, the dominant champion. But the people who really know the story will remember something else. They'll remember Leigh, the woman who gave everything, who sacrificed her own dreams, who loved her daughter enough to be tough when easy would have been simpler, who stepped aside when necessary, who celebrated from the sidelines, who built not just a champion, but a legacy. And they'll understand that Anna Leigh Waters didn't do this alone. She did it with her mom, her coach, her partner, her hero. The woman who proved that the greatest victories aren't won on the court. They're won in the quiet moments, in the sacrifices nobody sees, in the love that builds dynasties one early morning practice at a time. If this story touched you, share it with your mom, or with your daughter, or with anyone who's ever sacrificed for someone they love, and tell them thank you. Because people like Leigh Waters, people who give up everything for someone else's dream, are the real champions. They don't need medals, they don't need recognition, but they deserve it, and they deserve to be seen. This was Leigh Waters' untold story, the woman behind the dynasty, the mother who built a champion, the hero we should all be grateful exists.